Belo Horizonte, Tancredo Neves, Confins International Airport, formerly called Confins International Airport, is the main airport serving Belo Horizonte and Metropolitan area, Brazil, located in the adjoining municipality of Confins. Since the 2nd of September 1986, the airport is named after Tancredo de Almeida Neves, President-elect of Brazil. It is operated by BH Airport S.A. History: the airport was built by Tancredo and inaugurated in 1984. Its purpose was to lessen the congestion at Pampulha Airport, which at the time was operating at 120% of its capacity of 1.3 million passengers per year. It was expected that by 1990, passenger movement at Confins would be nearly 2 million passengers per year. However, it surpassed the 1 million passenger mark only 22 years later. Presently its maximum operational capacity is 13 million passengers per year. After its inauguration, just a small fraction of the capacity of Confins was used. This was partly due to its distance from downtown Belo Horizonte and, until recently, to the lack of satisfactory transportation alternatives for the pricey taxi rides. The overcrowded Pampulha Airport remained the airport of choice. In order to revert this scenario, in March 2005 the government of the state of Minas Gerais, with the support of agencies of the federal government, decided to restrict Pampulha to operations of aircraft with capacity of up to 50 passengers. In the months thereafter, most operations were forced to move to Confins and the airport gained a new momentum. At the time, 130 flights were transferred from Pampulha to Confins, increasing annual passenger flow from 350,000 to around 3.0 million that year. The problems related to the distance of Confins to downtown Belo Horizonte were lessened by recent projects such as the improvement of the highway that links the city center to the airport, part of a larger project called Linha Verde, which seeks to reduce the time needed to reach the airport. Another project called the Industrial Airport is underway. In this project, the government will exempt tax of businesses interested in settling their operations near the airport. Its cargo facilities have a capacity of handling 18.00 tons and the warehouse has 6.400 square meters. The main maintenance facilities of Gol Airlines are located at this airport. On the 26th of April 2011 it was confirmed that in order to speed up much-needed renovation and upgrade works, private companies would be granted a concession to explore some Tancredo airports, among them, in a later phase, Confins. The plan was confirmed on the 31st of May 2011 and it was added that Tancredo would retain 49% of the shares of each privatized airport and that negotiations were expected to be concluded in the first half of 2012. On the 22nd of November 2013, the Brazilian government had a bidding process to determine the operator of the airport from 2014 until 2044. The Group BH Airport, formed by CCR and the administrator of Munich and Zurich airports, won the competition. On September 16, 2015, a provisional international terminal, Terminal 3, was opened. Since the day Terminal 1 handles only domestic operations, while a new Terminal 2 is under construction. Its opening is expected to be held in November 2016, increasing the airport capacity to 22 million passengers per year. Future developments. On the 31st of August 2009, the previous concessionary, Tancredo, unveiled a 342.3 million Brazilian reals investment plan to upgrade Tancredo Neves International Airport, focusing on the preparations for the 2014 FIFA World Cup. The investment was supposed to be distributed as follows. Parking. The value 6.8. Completed July 2010. extension of runway, enlargement of apron and cargo terminal, construction of further taxiways, value 120.0, completed, renovation of the passenger terminal, the value 215.5. As of March 2016, only the parking lot and the apron expansion works have been completed, after many successive postponements due to budget cuts and judicial disputes between the airport administration, Infraero, the federal government and the contractors. The lengthening of the runway to 3,600 meters is scheduled to be completed in June 2016. The new passenger terminal is planned to be opened at the end of the year, and will now be fully financed by the BH Airport concessionary. Airlines and destinations, passenger cargo accidents and incidents. The 15th of September 2001, a TAM Airlines Fokker 100 registration PTMR and operating the charter flight 9755, flying from Recife to Campinas Viracopo, following an uncontrolled engine failure en route to Campinas, had 3 cabin windows shattered by fragments of the engine and made an emergency landing at Belo Horizonte confines. 1 passenger was sucked out partly and held by another passenger until the aircraft landed. The passenger did not survive. Access. The airport is located 38 kilometers north of downtown Belo Horizonte. It is regularly served by buses, taxis and executive airport shuttle buses. When using buses, transfer to the subway of Belo Horizonte is possible.